Good afternoon on what is a bright, sunny day. It is Sunday, April the 2nd. I've got a nice hot cup of tea. And a parcel to unbox. So, let's get this one open. And what I've got in here is a copy of Charles Stross, a book by Charles Stross, Escape from Yokai Land. Regular readers of Charles Stross's Laundry Files may have noticed Bob Howard's absence from the events of the Nightmare Stacks and his subsequent return from Tokyo at the start of the Delirium brief. Escape from Yokai Land explains what he was doing there. Bob's been assigned to work with the Miyamoto group, checking the wards that locked down Japan's warded sites, a task previously handled by his predecessor, Dr. Angleton, the Eater of Souls. This mostly involves policing yokai, traditional magical beings, increasingly grown more annoying and energetic. But then Bob's simple trick turns into a deadly confrontation with the ultimate yokai. It's massively powerful, it's pink, and it says hello. So, if you this is a Laundry Files novella. Now, if you've not read the Laundry Files, you absolutely should, especially if you like Lovecraftian fiction. Essentially, it is a mixture sort of like H.P. Lovecraft meets the British Civil Service. What would happen? How would exactly would the British government react to knowledge of the mythos? And the result is something as an organisation known as the Laundry, which is funded but not really talked about, or just shunned off to the side. It's an espionage agency in all but name, with a budget and a particular means of auditing people, especially the paperclips, because the problem is that for the Laundry Files, any members of the Laundry Files, they have to use magic a lot of the times, and magic is sanity blasting. It degrades, and essentially also what the agents of the Laundry will encounter also will essentially degrade their sanity as well, which makes for great stories, because essentially they're set in the here and now. They're dealing with a problem that you've read about in the works of H.P. Lovecraft, and he actually existed sort of like as an author in the setting, long dead, and you kind of go, okay, this is what and this is what the British government knows but isn't telling you, and for very good reasons. And because it's set in the here and now, in the contemporary period, it's all very familiar. And it starts off with the Atrocity Archives. This is the first one, so go and read that. And a lot of the earlier ones are written in the style of certain spy thriller authors, so Len Dayton, Ian Fleming and so on, all get a look in there, but with a very Lovecraftian bent. And in fact, you may well be, and obviously the other familiarity with essentially is if you're a role player, you may have come across the Laundry Files role-playing game published by Cubicle 7 during the tweenies. Worth tracking down because material is really solid. It's used as a variation upon the basic role-play system, so that's going to be familiar to you likely as well. But it's going to be different, a different flavour, a very British take upon the mythos, and how it's handled. So yeah, and this essentially is set late in the stories of the Laundry Files. Bob is the first. Bob Howard is the major character through the very first stories, and then it goes off into another direction and brings you into new characters and so on, because essentially it's an evolving series of books. And there have been a number of novellas, small encounters, and this deals with what Bob has been doing off stage whilst you've been reading about the other characters. So what we've got here, let's have a look inside. You've got a full list of Charles Stross's novels, including those are all the Laundry Files books, so that's all really useful. And then Yeah, okay, and this is an American book, by the way. You can't get this in the UK. It's not been published in the UK, so. And then you've got the fish on it. Says, I'm sorry, said Bob, says Dr. Armstrong, but they asked for you specifically because Hello Kitty is a Londoner. It's a Friday afternoon in May, and I'm making a futile attempt to get out of the most pointless waste of time and energy to land on my desk this year. I've tried Mrs. McDougall in HR first, but she's just sneered at me and told me to man up. Few people ever win a face-off with Emma. Decades of disciplining idiots who send dick pics from work, or positive pics, in some cases, have returned her heart to granite. So after getting knocked back by HR, I went to lobby the senior auditor. He has a better grasp of what this kind of liaison job entails than HR. He's been there himself after all. But I'm getting an unexpectedly unsympathetic hearing, and that's the kind of tone throughout the book, because essentially, because the novels have, the characters in the novel have to deal with an excessive amount of bureaucracy, and that's actually part of the role-playing game as well. So, yes, and there's a nice acknowledgement at the end which says, this wasn't my idea originally, so I want to credit my wife for insisting I take her to Pura Land for a birthday after the 2007 World Science Fiction Convention, then asking the obvious question, what if the colour out of space was pink? So there's the inspiration for that. And it's a short book, because it's only just a novella, but this is going to be an entertaining read, because all of the Laundry File books are worth reading. They're really entertaining. It's a good series, and if you haven't read them by now, I do recommend you start them. Anyway, this is a gift from my partner, the next book in the series, which I know she'll enjoy. In the meantime, thanks for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, then please do click on the like button down below, and of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. Lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a package usually containing a game or a role-playing book, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. Be back again soon with another one, hopefully one about role-playing. Bye for now.